Hey guys, welcome into a live stream. This is Barry from Drive Electric Today. Hopping in, I'm going live on YouTube. Hopefully the audio is good. I have my Action 5 Pro streaming on the hotspot. Usually these live streams struggle from bad connection, so I hope that the connection is right. It's kind of a toss in the air. If somebody's in the live chat, can you give me a chat just letting me know that the video is good and audio is good before I go ahead and start full self-driving here? That would be awesome. I would really appreciate it if any chat. But otherwise, I think I'm all set. It looks like everything is all up and running. I just want one confirmation from somebody that the audio and the video is okay. So, on the drive. That's all I was waiting for. Thank you so much. The man from Glad. 2.2.5. This is going to be my third, fourth, maybe fifth drive. I just to kind of test, and what I wanted to do, so instead of just going out, not sharing it with kind of last minute, but I always have my camera because I'm always recording, just in case something happens. So Theman says, I wrote you an email. It is a little choppy. Get moving to see. Okay. Yeah, no, thank you for the feedback, the man. Yeah, hopefully, you know, the connection is going to be okay. That's always the biggest problem for me with these live streams, because the way I have it set up is it's using my phone as a hotspot. So that's always the biggest bottleneck. I think a couple people, you know, suggested to try Starlink, maybe other hotspots. I don't have any of that right now, but regarding the email, the man from Glad, I will absolutely, if I haven't yet got back to you on the email, I will absolutely check. When did you send me that email? Just let me know, because I think I checked this morning or maybe last night. It's possible that I haven't just responded yet, but turn on the AC here. Getting a little hot. Doesn't impede on the camera angle for you guys, but this way at least I can see the comments roll in and also pay attention to the actual drive. So hopefully that's all right. Definitely keep me updated in the comments, in the live stream comments, how the connectivity is for you guys. I really hope it's all right. Let's see. Top German winner. Love your videos. Greetings from Germany. Awesome. Thanks so much for the support, Top German winner. I really appreciate the kind words. And yeah, greetings from the United States. I hope you guys are doing okay in Germany. It's starting to warm up here slowly for us in Ohio. But I really appreciate the feedback and the great comments, the positive comments that I get from all of you guys. I sent it last week and we are emailing already. I have the Model Y coming from Berlin in Canada. Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome. I do remember your email. I absolutely remember that email coming in. Again, I know I already said it in the email, but, you know, congratulations on your Model Y. That is really, really exciting. That is awesome. And I hope you enjoy the Model Y. I really do. My next car is going to be my next car is going to be a Model Y as well. If you don't know, this is a Model 3 right now. So, let's see. GR4NTO says, I enjoy watching your videos in the morning while eating my peanut butter French toast. Well, I'm glad I can accompany you in your peanut butter French toast. That actually sounds delicious. So I'm glad you enjoy it. and I try my best to make good quality videos, but I take the angle of simplicity. For me, simplicity is very important with the videos, and so I hope that translates through. I don't like, sometimes you have those videos on YouTube where they're in your face. It's like a lot of loud music and like a lot of visuals and a lot of effects, and that's not what I usually like to watch. I like just to watch like people with cameras, everyday people with cameras, So anyways, VEDANG says, in my country, Model Y costs $90K USD. Yeah, that's expensive. Where are you from? Because that is really expensive. Hopefully this AC is not going to be too overpowering for you guys. In fact, let me go ahead and turn this off for now. How's the connectivity, guys? If somebody just wants to give me a quick update in the live chat here, is it okay? Is the audio all right in the video? I can't, unfortunately, the choppiness and the connectivity is going to rely on my phone hotspot, so we'll see. The man from Glad says, my wife has a Model 3, which inspired my purchase of the Model Y. We use FSD daily. We just got home from Costco. The Model 3 has amazing storage, and FSD is fantastic. I agree with everything you said. I really do. I love my Model 3. The only thing I don't really like about it is two things. Number one, it's very tight, and then like that. But if you have like recommendations or suggestions that I can look into, I would be happy to explore that. Dill Pickle, nice to see you in the comments. Thanks so much. I think you are a moderator still. So that's awesome. Thanks so much for stopping in. Dill Pickle, I always appreciate you and seeing you in the comments. So I think you are still a moderator. I set you as a moderator last time, so feel free to, if you are willing and able to monitor the chat, or if anybody else wants to play a role of moderator alongside Dill Pickle, let me know. I'm happy to assign you that role. The man from Gold says cell towers. Yeah. Definitely depends on the area. Right now I'm cruising over to downtown Columbus, Ohio. I'm reading about 43 degrees Fahrenheit. We're warming up significantly, and it's very, very nice out, actually, for a change. So I love this build. The only thing that is a problem for me is the pothole avoidance. I know I mentioned that in the last couple of videos that I've posted. Highways actually seem to be, there's a bag, look, watch this, in the road, and it avoided that ever so slightly. So that's pretty sweet. That was pretty sweet. Let's see. Dill Pickle says, it doesn't seem right that you have to use AC in February in Ohio. I know, right? Well, admittedly, it's 43 degrees in here. I think the Model 3 has really good insulation. So I think that's what it is. Like, it keeps the cold air out and the hot air in. So it's very well insulated. So I think that's what's going on. Dill Pickle says, oh, I already read that. The man from Gold, what is your percentage of FSD miles driven? Good question. Let's see. Autopilot, 96%. If you can see that right there. I'm at 96%. I'm on Mad Max mode right now, by the way. So yeah, 96% and staying strong. I was at 95 like a week ago, so trending up. The 4% really is just like parking lots or like bad navigation, pretty much everything that we've heard online, and by the way, my co-pilot is behind me. He's here, my little doggy. If you guys watched my regular videos, you know who he is. He's right behind me. He is currently taking a nap back there. He loves taking rides, loves FSD. The man from Glad says, I keep being blown away from the personality of FSD. It does so many amazing things on its own. Yeah. I agree 100%. It's super neat to see the car making decisions in real time and, dynamically adjusting and correcting to the world around it. The world is intense. The world is fast. The world is dangerous. A lot of other drivers making silly decisions on the road, distracted. And so watching FSD, watching this robot make decisions that you know, adhere or prevent or react to other people. It's fascinating. It's just a crazy time to be alive, honestly. 96% amazing, true to form. Yeah, 100%. What's your percentages looking like? Drop it in the chat below. I'm actually very curious. It doesn't have to be exact. Like, you know, if you just checked a couple days ago, rough estimate. Let me know what you all are at in terms of FSD percentage. I'm at 96%. But yeah, this build feels like, it feels really good to me. It feels really good. It feels a little bit more like, it feels polished compared to the previous build. And I brought this up in my last video. I don't know what you guys think, but I just wish they paid attention to the release notes a little bit more. Like, it would be nice to, even if there's no major changes, there has to be something. We went from 14.2.2.4 to 14.2.2.5. So there's clearly something in there that happened. And if it's proprietary, like, that's fine too, right? Even if it's like something that they can't share publicly, maybe add that, just so like we know. You know, don't leave the release notes the exact same. It's really frustrating to me. But again, I'm not, like, I don't want to sound like I'm not grateful for this technology, because I absolutely am. This technology is incredible in and of itself. So, you know, I want to be upfront and honest and say that I'm very grateful and appreciative of the entire Tesla AI team. 96. DJ Dava says, I get my new Model Y on Monday. I'm so excited. Sweet, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. I really hope you enjoy it. And I've been hearing that people who have like been taking delivery of new Model Ys and Model 3s, I think, as well, you're going to see that your FSD version is likely 13.2.9. So be sure to upgrade that or update that immediately, like, so you can take advantage of the latest and the greatest. So the best way to do that is just to go home, set up your Wi-Fi, you know, or it doesn't have to be your home. Like, you can go to any area that you can connect to a decent Wi-Fi network. And yeah, so that's just the only call out there, but congratulations, that's awesome. The man from Glass says, I learned something from another YouTuber that is an FSD reviewer. You can report FSD incidents without disengaging FSD. Hold the mic and say report. You know, it's interesting you say that. I heard that in the past. I haven't tried it. If I hold down the mic, I wonder if you have to press and hold to activate Grok in order to execute that report without disengaging, or if it's just a tap. Because as we all know, if it's just a tap, it's just like the onboard voice command system. But yeah, I found that fascinating. Is that true though? Like, is there data that says that is how it works? I'm really curious. See, DJ Dava, first Tesla ever. Nice, awesome. Well, welcome to the family. Dill Pickle, enjoy DJ. Yep, 100%. DJ says, I'm excited to learn and see all of the features. There's a ton of features, and I have a video that has done actually like really well. It resonated with a lot of people on YouTube. It's 5 Tesla tips that I suggest all new and current users use. So if you want to go back in my, in my channel and watch that video, I put timestamps so you don't have to watch like the whole thing. You can just kind of like scroll through. I will admit that it's a little dated. I think it was like 6 months ago, and that was on version 13.2.9. So I might make a refreshed one, but a lot of points I made in that video are still applicable today. So let's see. Dan, hey Dan, nice to see you in the chat. A Model S before they are no longer made. Yeah, that's huge, right? That's a pretty big deal. Model S, Model X are retiring. So I know a lot of people were very upset, and I get it. I totally understand. Like, you know, those customers that bought Model S's or X's, this is just my opinion. I think they're repeat customers. Like, if you bought the Model S or X, it's a premium car, you know, it's a certain target demographic, and so I think they're repeat customers, right? So I can see the churn and why that group of people would be upset. It makes a lot of sense. The man from gold, a tap on Jar's voice command. Yes, I did submit a report without disengaging FSD. I also messed up and got right to Grok when holding the mic. Yeah, okay, so it is just that one tap, not Grok. So just the native navigation system. Let's see. FPA Peterson 38. Sorry guys, I'm a little far from my phone, so it's a single tap, meaning you use the native Tesla voice commands. It works. It says bug report generated or something like that. I tried it today. No way. No way. That is unbelievable. Okay, so let me ask you this. Wait, so just to be sure, I'm reading another comment from Peterson38. Just to be sure to follow up the word report with your issue pretty quickly. It generates the bug report and disappears kind of fast. Okay, I'm kind of mind blown at this right now. If this is true, this is like one of those hidden, undocumented things that is going to blow my mind. I've complained more times than I can count that I don't want to disengage FSD every time I want to report a bug. So, all right, somebody walk me through on exactly what I need to say, because I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it like during this drive when I feel like I want to report something. I know you guys just said just tap the onboard mic system once, right? But what is it that I have to like say? Oh, report test. Try it on live. Just say report test. Okay, let's try it. This is gonna blow my mind if this works. All right, I'm gonna do it like right now, and I'll just do report test, and then we'll see what happens. So here we go. Report, just testing this function. Created bug report, just, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Feedback submitted. Wait a second, hold on. This is wild to me. This is wild to me right now. What? What? This is totally, okay. I just learned something new, and I appreciate everybody who just said it. This is really, really, really cool. I wonder, does it get sent to, because it mentioned something about like, if service is required, submit something in the mobile app, right? But does that mean that it gets sent to the AI team, or like, I have so many questions right now. I have so many questions. Looks like the chat disconnected for a second, and then it says reconnected. Are we good? You guys still there? Let me know in the comments. Looks like we're still okay. That is so cool. I want to help improve FSD, so I report everything. Yeah, wow. Guys, I'm shocked that that worked. I'm totally shocked that that worked. I was very skeptical. I read it once, and I thought it was like, I thought it was like a hoax or just like rumors, and I never tried it. I don't know why I never tried it, but amazing. Kylan 2120, crash it, I just subscribed. Well, thanks for subscribing, but I'm not going to crash it. But I appreciate your subscription to my channel. The man from gold, that is so cool. I want to improve FSD. Yep. Dill Pickle says, have you come across any other FSD delivery drivers? FSD delivery drivers. What do you mean by that, Dill? Like, and then the man from gold says, yes, good and stable now. Okay, awesome, thanks. Yeah, Dill Pickle, just let me know what you mean by that. You can see, like, I haven't had to disengage once, and I've been live now for I don't know how long, like 20 minutes or so. I'll probably be live for like the next hour or so. I'm actually waiting for Mrs. Drive Electric today, aka my wife, and she's getting her hair done, so I'm just kind of cruising around, and I drove her there, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick her up later, but those hair salon appointments usually take a couple of hours. So let's see, using FSD for DoorDash stuff. Oh, sorry, Dill Pickle. Yeah, no, that makes total sense. Sorry, I didn't. So yeah, I haven't seen many. You know what's funny about that? Those DoorDash FSD delivery videos on my channel literally blew up. Like, they went viral. One of them has like 130, maybe 125,000, close to 130,000 views. For me, for a channel that has like 14,000 subscribers, that's wild, first of all. Second of all, I got an email from, man, I forget the company. I'd have to go back and check, but it's like they're another YouTube channel basically, and they emailed me. They said, hey, we'd like to write an article on your DoorDash FSD like video. Can we use some of the footage, and like, can we talk about it? And I was like, yeah, sure. So it got so much attention, and so because of that, I think I saw like a couple other people on YouTube try, like they not try, but like they did a great job also kind of doing DoorDash delivery with FSD. So I think it kicked off like a whole wave of creators, which is awesome, which is really, really cool. I haven't done them because, like, I don't know, the DoorDash FSD videos are fun for me, but I like to also focus on the actual like build and the technicalities of certain builds, updates from the Tesla team, news, etc., you know? So I think I should start posting more of them though, because like obviously a lot of people asked for them, and I watched the car and came back and snoozed on funny. I haven't camped in this, had the opportunity or the time so bad. Like, I want to take a road trip. I'm absolutely going to make those, but I'm gonna get some air in here because it's getting hot. Let me bring the mic up closer. Quick check on the audio and quick check on the video. How is everything? If you can, if somebody can just let me know. Sorry to be annoying. I just always kind of want to make sure that that you know, the quality's okay and that we're still live and everything like that. So sorry if I keep asking about it, but let's see. Dan says, I bought my Tesla with FSD after watching your videos. Oh, that's awesome, Dan. Well, I'm glad I can, you know, encourage others to you know, try out this technology, try out the Tesla vehicles, and I hope you enjoy it. How are you liking it, by the way? Let me know. Has it been, you know, has it been fun? Has it been safe? It froze for a bit, now back. Okay, awesome. The last minute was a little choppy for me, says Dill. Yeah, I apologize, guys. You know, I gotta really sit and think about a better solution if I want to like do live streaming like this, which is so much fun because I get to connect with you guys live and then like answer the questions, and again, like, honestly, this live stream was completely last minute because I just went out to do a longer drive with 14.2.2.5. Close up the window here, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go. Oh wow, let me just go live so that I can connect with you guys. Yeah, we're basically now approaching downtown. So if you have not been to downtown Columbus before, welcome. This is basically downtown Columbus. If you've watched my videos in the past, you probably have seen this area. We're slowing down because this car is slowing down. Big pothole, went a little over that. Another pothole. Let's see. Ovidio Pino 5390 get Starlink as well. Yeah, for sure. Starlink is definitely going to be something that would help. So I'll look into it for sure. I'll definitely look into it. I have to make sure it makes like financial sense though, because I feel like Starlink is like it's good, but there's a high monthly cost. So if it makes it, like if I want to really commit to making live stream videos like this consistently, then definitely I'll absolutely do that. I'll look into that for sure. What internet connection are you using to live stream? Just curious. So Patterson 38, my setup is pretty simple. I have a DJI Action 5 Pro. It's a little action camera. It has a built-in live stream function, and I'm using my hotspot on my phone to stream from it. So it's really neat. It's like streaming in 2026 is amazing. But yeah, I'm using my hotspot on my phone. Let's see. Dill Pickle, I would like to see you try and live stream around the horseshoe on game day. Oh yeah, that would be amazing. Yeah, like honestly, live streaming with full self-driving like this would be awesome, honestly. Like it would be so much fun in different environments, times of day, situations, events, holidays. So I really want to incorporate, like if you guys enjoy watching live streams like this with FSD, I want to incorporate more of them for sure. So yeah, that's my live stream setup, Patterson 38. I hope that answers your question. If you have any follow-up questions about it, let me know. Happy to talk about my setup. I love the gear, and you know, I'm kind of a gearhead. So Dan says, how is it responding to school zones? Dan, it is great. It is great. I haven't had school zones in this new build, 14.2.2.5, but the previous build, it responds incredibly well. The only thing I'll say about school zones is it slows down nicely, and it slows down in time. It does everything that it needs to do to slow down. The only problem is it doesn't really understand the end of the school zone, right? The start of the school zone, you have those flashing signs, so it's very easy for a camera or a system or a robot like this to pick it up. When the school zone ends, though, it's just one of those plain signs, right? And because of that, it makes it difficult for FSD to recognize when it should speed back up. And therefore, I've seen in the past where it starts to pick up speed in the middle of the zone. Oh, avoided that pothole. That was cool to see. But yeah, so overall good, but it depends on how well the end school zone sign actually displays itself. So hope that answers that question. Dan says, cops hang out at school zones here when school is in session. Will FSD recognize school zone speeds? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yep, that's excellent to hear. They have improved school zones for sure. Yep, and that my synopsis was particularly focused on 14.2.2.4, but because I haven't really had school zones on 14.2.2.5 yet, get a bit of traffic here. Got a bit of traffic. I don't know if there's an event or if it's just general Saturday afternoon traffic. Might just be general Saturday afternoon traffic, to be honest. But who here has received the new build? Let me know. If you're on a Hardware 4 car, I'm curious to know if you got 4.2. I received mine on February 19th, around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, definitely traffic here. I'm going to set us to a curbside drop-off here. Our destination, which is basically a restaurant. Weird navigation issues with Hyatt Hotel in the past. So you can see, like, traffic is picking up, a lot more people, you know, as we get closer and closer to downtown. A Evans 8736 even not sound good at all. Pothole there. It was yeah, that makes sense. Slowing down for this yellow light here. That car just basically went on red. You saw that? We love that, don't we? Good old human drivers. Let's see. Hopefully my new S will come with the new build, but I've heard new deliveries may take time to update to the latest. Yeah, Dan, like, and for anybody that's kind of waiting for a new delivery, definitely make sure to check your FSD version. A lot of them are getting shipped with 13.2.9, so you got to go ahead and make sure to upgrade that. There was another big pothole. So you saw how well it kind of like slowed down there to accommodate for that traffic. Now we're sort of negotiating with that driver. You guys saw that? Did you guys see that? It basically tried to go, and then that Honda CR-V also tried to go. So we kind of just had to like negotiate with it. The man from Glad says, out of spec Dave just test drove a Model Y Performance and it came with 13.2.9. He was shocked that it was so behind. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? I don't know how their like deployment pipeline works, or their processes, or their process. Like, all right, so let's pay attention here. We're going to be doing a curbside. Let's see how it stops here. Pedestrians with a couple dogs. This car is trying to turn. Let's pay attention here, because again, we have this is bad in that area. Sorry about that. Let me know if we're still live, guys. Can't quite tell if we're still live. Are you guys still with me? If I can get a confirmation, that'd be awesome. I just want to make sure that we're still good on the stream. Mic check, mic check. What I'm going to do is tell Grok here, end this navigation and go to Dublin, Ohio.
Navigation canceled. Heading to Dublin, Ohio, about 11 miles away.
Okay, so guys, I think what's going on is in downtown, there's a lot of there's just really bad service for me. So I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to go to the suburbs again, and that should help. Yeah, Dill Pickle says, I hope the stream crashed and not FSD. Yeah. Thankfully, FSD did not crash. Thankfully, it's just the stream. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna head out of downtown and go like to the suburbs of Ohio, because I think there's a lot of like frequency disruptions. Cell service is bad here. It's intermittent. It's choppy. It's happened to me in the past. That's my fault. I should have really, taken that into consideration. So Dan says taller buildings block cell signal. Yes, I think that is kind of what's going on here. So bear with me for the next like maybe 3 to 4 minutes. We should get out of here fairly quickly. And then we're going to go over to, for anybody familiar with the area, we're going to go over to Dublin, Ohio. So how is it right now? Is it bad, or is it like somewhat stable in this current moment? Just curious. We are now heading to Dublin, Ohio. We're going to be making a right here. JC says stable. All right, awesome. Thank you so much for that confirmation. It's only going to get better from here on out. All right, I think we went offline again, so I apologize about that. I hope you guys are with me again. It looks like it reconnected. It's just going to struggle here over the next couple of minutes, so bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I think we're back now, but we'll be getting better here in the next couple minutes. So I appreciate it. Just stand by. I appreciate everybody's patience. I really do. We're gonna get out of here. Love streaming. I really appreciate your rides and I enjoy you. Hopefully FSD will be available in Denmark soon. Awesome. Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you so much for watching my videos and for the very kind words. I really appreciate you, and thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I hope Denmark and I hope all of Europe is going to experience full self-driving technology soon as well. All right, we're going to be, I think we're now pretty much on the outskirts of downtown. I mean, obviously we're still potentially blocked by some of these buildings, but we should be getting better. So I appreciate everybody's patience here. I hope it's translating how good this, like, how good FSD is though. Like, one of the things that is awesome about live streaming full self-driving with better connection that I have, but it is what it is. But one of the things that's awesome is you can see the entire like end-to-end experience without like me cutting anything. You can see all of the entire ride. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I really like about live streaming FSD. Like, there's no cuts, there's no doubt. I don't cut, first of all, just for the record, I don't cut any of the disengagements out to begin with, even on my long form pre-recorded videos. I'll cut the video in boring parts, but if something bad happens, I show that. On the other hand, if something good happens, I show that. So a lot of people like think that content creators of FSD, like, they cut out bad stuff, and maybe some do. I don't at all. Arguably, those are actually what gives me more clicks, more views. So you would think that I have more motivation to actually post those. All right, we're getting out now of downtown. We're basically out. I assume these are big cell towers here. How's the connection, guys? Quick connection check. Connection check. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I got a thumbs up and I got a stable. Slowing down for this yellow light very nicely here. Hopefully the connectivity is going to be good now going forward. So anyways, where are you guys tuning in from? Very curious. Can I do a poll, by the way? Let me see if I can do a poll. Oh yeah, I can. Start Q&A, start a poll, let your viewers weigh in. Sure, let's do start a poll. What can I ask you guys? Have you received 14.2.2.5? Start poll. I think you guys should get like a little question that pops up. Uh, 4045 says the signal is good in open areas. Yep, 100%. So I'm going to definitely stick to open areas just like this one. Suburbs are my best bet for live streaming here. Alright, so I see a couple of you guys voted. Got a couple votes. 80% of you guys said yes so far, so I'll leave that open for a little while. I'm glad that you guys, it seems like you guys enjoy the live stream though, so that's awesome. Like, it is fun. It is fun to make them. It's fun to chat back and forth with you guys in real time. And I have my little co-pilot behind me. My garage clicker just fell. That was crazy. It never falls. I don't know why it just fell. I'm gonna open the passenger window again just to get some air in. So So if you hear the noise, that's why. Random thought about the Cybertruck, by the way. At first, when the Tesla team announced this new trim, and it's like $20,000 less than, you know, the usual Cybertruck trim, which is like $59,900, or let's just call it $60,000. At first, I thought that was like the long-term plan and vision for them, but they are only running that sale for 10 days, is it? I think. At least that's what I understood from X and from like other content creators. So that's interesting. I thought it was like a long-term play and a long-term model for the Cybertruck, but it turns out it's just a limited run. There's another channel I follow, and they were talking about like maybe they're using this as a strategy to understand if there's an actual like market for this, and if there is, like maybe they'll run that sale longer term, which makes sense. Dan says your little dog is very relaxed. Yeah, he's a really great co-pilot. Like, he's a great dog. I love him. He's a little toy poodle. He's gonna be 11 years old this year. Dan says, I'm waiting on a redesign on the Cybertruck. Not a fan of the styling. Yeah, for sure. I was just talking to Mrs. Drive Electric today, my wife, about that earlier today. Like, it's a statement. It's loud. It's attention-seeking. There's nothing wrong with that. It just depends on the driver. Like, if you're okay with the attention, good and or bad, then, you know, it's fine. I'm not one that loves that much attention. So, like, for me, it would be... It probably wouldn't fit my lifestyle for a daily driver, you know? If I can have the opportunity to have it, like, as a weekend car, which I don't have the, you know, it doesn't fit my financial... it's really expensive, and I don't have the space for it, blah, blah, blah. But if I did have the space for it, and I did have the finances to support it, it would make for a great, like, weekend car. As a daily driver, not so much. For me. It's very subjective. So, Dan says, I don't mind standing out, I just don't care for the truck lines. Yeah, it's definitely a unique design. That is for sure. It's unique. I wonder if they'll come out with a refresh. Maybe. We'll see. I think this 10-day sale will tell them a lot on, is there a market for it or not? Another random thought. I saw a comment come in on one of the last two 14.2.2.5 videos I posted. One of you guys had mentioned that roundabouts has sort of improved in terms of the turn signal. You know, if you have roundabouts in your area, you probably know what I mean. It like, I only went through like one or two roundabouts so far. Dan says, Musk said, I'd be very interested to see the redesign, the refresh of that. Love Streaming says, do you plan on going on longer road trips? I imagine it must be awesome to be independent of planes and trains and just travel at your own pace. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I've been wanting to do like a major road trip. I just haven't like found the time to do it yet, but it is absolutely in the books for me. I absolutely plan on doing it. In fact, I might even try and camp in my Tesla whenever I do it. So yeah, it's definitely something that I would love to do. These back roads are always like so peaceful to drive on. Like, it's like, I don't know if you guys can see the houses on the right hand side. It's a little hidden by the trees, but I'm sure at some points, like, if you pay attention to the scenery, it's nice. It's beautiful. The thing about downtown is, like, you stress test FSD, and like you have a lot of cyclists, pedestrians, people running, a lot of traffic. So there's that, right? There's that element of it, but I just like doing suburban drives because it's just so peaceful. You just let the robot do its thing. You can take in the scenery. Speaking of, like, I think attention monitoring has really tightened with this build. Like, sometimes I'll get dinged just by looking away for like 5 seconds. I don't know if you guys are seeing that too, but it is something that I've noticed. Like, it dings me almost immediately. The phone test on the highway using Hurry or Mad Max was like 14-15 seconds, so I don't know, it seems a little reduced, a little bit more tight, at least for me. Making a lane change. Mad Max is very assertive. The man from Glad says, what do you think will happen to FSD pricing with the move to subscription only, tiered pricing? I think, in my opinion, they're going to price unsupervised at a different premium price point, and then supervised will either stay the same or go up. I don't see it going down. It's either going to stay $99 a month, and then whenever unsupervised does come around, they're going to introduce a new, pricing tier, which is, like, it's expensive. $100 a month for supervised FSD is really expensive. Honestly, it's very expensive, and I think it caps a lot of people from, I would do the same. One of the things I told myself when I started, if I can have my content like pay, keep it. And I'm not only like paying for my, but I'm also covering the cost of the car and extra. Like it, I was never expecting this type of reward for YouTube. So for me, I was able to just cover. It's amazing. And don't get me wrong, like, I do put in a lot. It is a reward to the effort, of course, but anyways, that was off topic too. About FSD pricing. Patterson38 says the nag for me full texting for a short period of time earlier today. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think it's really contingent on the environment, the speed, the profile. Like, we know that that's part of the release notes, right? Depending on like traffic conditions, etc. So maybe for me, the times I've tried it, it was not ideal, like heavy traffic or high speed, etc. So let's see. The man from Glad. And do you believe that all owners that bought it outright, do they all receive the unsupervised FSD when it's ready without my additional fees? Yeah. I don't think so. I think they're gonna skew it. It's just basically gonna be a different SKU. Different SKU, different product, totally different price. Like, if you want to buy that, you can also buy that outright. I think. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I doubt the people that bought outright today, like for, the FSD supervised model, I don't see that being translated to unsupervised. I hope I'm wrong. But what do y'all think, like, about that? $8,000 price point, will they be sort of grandfathered in when unsupervised comes around? What do y'all think about that? Dan says, I chose the subscription over purchase. Yeah, me too. Primarily because, the car I'm in right now, it's a lease. So, it didn't make any sense to buy it outright at all. So my choice was pretty easy. I think I would have done the subscription anyways, though, because I like to change cars every couple of years anyways. So for me, the subscription makes sense. And again, because I'm a content creator and I have this YouTube channel, like, again, my commitment to myself when I started this channel was, hey, can I pay for the FSD cost? And so that's what I've been doing. So financially, like, the content that I make, the ads that I get from it, etc., like, they cover the cost of FSD for me, which is honestly really awesome. How's the connectivity, guys? Sorry, I know I'm annoying. I keep asking. I don't know. I always want to check in. Maybe I should like have somebody, like one of my friends or family members, just like monitor the stream and just let me know, so I don't have to keep bugging you guys. Let's see. Subs give you more flexibility. Yeah, it really does. Subscriptions definitely, absolutely. It gives you more flexibility. You can change more frequently. You can cancel. Honestly, that's the biggest thing for me. Like if for whatever reason one day I hate FSD, which is probably not going to happen. I mean, I love this technology, but like if I don't want to pay, you know, if I'm in a position where I can't, and then you know, I just cancel and then I re-enable it later. Obviously, there's pros and cons to both. The cons on the other side too, like if you subscribe, there's cons to subscribing as well. You know, just like anything, there's good and bad to absolutely everything on planet Earth. Elon promised to all who bought it outright unsupervised will be free for them. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that was like documented. Well, then that's amazing. That's really awesome. If that was promised and that was like documented, obviously we'll kind of have to wait and see, right? Might be one of those things that see it when we believe it, maybe. But the fact that they're even talking about that as a possibility is great. Patterson 38, I would also highly doubt they'll give unsupervised for no extra charge. If anything, they'll have you pay the difference for unsupervised if you own FSD. For sure. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Connectivity is fine now. Thank you so much, Dan. Says many things. Yeah, like we'll see it when we believe it, right? Or, sorry, we'll believe it when we see it. I said that the other way around. But yeah. We've been in Mad Max this whole time, which is pretty interesting. I haven't, like, I don't use Mad Max this long. Usually I'll have to tone it down, but it's been pretty tamed. I think it's been tamed though because there's traffic, so it doesn't have free reigns. Dan says, I wonder if FSD owners can transfer it to the next Tesla they buy. I think there's like a transfer ownership deadline, right? Maybe somebody else can explain in the chat exactly the guardrails and the parameters around that, but I think sometime you have until March to transfer it. Does that mean though that after March you can't transfer FSD to another vehicle? Maybe somebody who knows a little bit more about that can drop it in the comments. That was my understanding, but curious y'all's thoughts on that. Promised the Cybertruck would have 500 range. Take what he says in Master Green Assault. Yeah, for sure. Yep. You know, it's all like, well, it's a business at the end of the day. So once it's contractually deployed and there's a subscription, you know, agreement, etc., like then it's real, right? Transfer deadline is March 31st. Yep. Apparently no longer. I think it will come back for end of year sale pushes. Yeah. I could see that happening too. I thought about that too. Like they'll probably open up another window that something like, yeah, let's, you know, you can buy FSD outright again for the next like 10 days, which is a really smart business move. Honestly. I mean, that's a great marketing tactic. Like I feel like the people who didn't buy this wave, there's gonna be an uptake of people who buy in the second wave. Let me tell Grok here. Add in a second destination of New Albany.
Added New Albany as your second stop after Dublin. Route updated. About 2 minutes away.
Goodbye. But for anybody that doesn't know, you can just say goodbye to Grok and it minimizes the window, because if you don't, it just stays active. Your only other option is to like use your hand to scroll the window down. Not sure how many people actually know that, but if you just tell it goodbye, it just terminates the session. I just do that. It's easier for me than like swiping, because I'm already talking to it anyways. Let's see. Love Streaming says, I'm 61 and in the process of buying or leasing my very first car. 5 Ionic, which I didn't think is available in the US. My master plan for the long run is definitely a Tesla with FSD. That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's see. Number 2, since I'm not super comfortable behind the wheel yet, I really enjoy following you on YouTube. You're great at sharing your experiences. Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the kind words there. Love Streaming. I really appreciate your kind words. Very thoughtful, and hopefully you can, get that car very soon. The 5 Ionic. And then, like you said, for the long run, maybe look into getting Tesla. Oh, there's a little kid waving. He was waving at the traffic. This is Dublin, Ohio. It's a suburb, pretty major suburb of Ohio, like Columbus. And then after we get here, we're going to go to another suburb. But you can see, I mean, how long I've been, I don't know how long I've been streaming, how many miles in the street. Like, I haven't had one incident, minus the potholes. Potholes, of course, are a big problem, but I haven't had I felt uncomfortable. I got my comments, like, live streaming, it's because it's all one take. If something happens, it happens live. And if it doesn't happen, it also happens live. Just like, at my studio desk, for example, answering a question. Because I'm not as interesting as FSD, but maybe I'll do it for members. Maybe I'll do like a members only live stream of me, and then maybe even a members love driving as well. So much for your support as well on the live stream. I really appreciate your support if any members are on. All right, making a quick lane change here. We're going to be making a right turn at this light right prior to the highway. I have highways off for this whole route that I've been driving for this whole time. I've had highways off. We're about 3 minutes, a little less than a mile away from the center point of Dublin, and then it's going to automatically route us to the next waypoint, which is another suburb in Columbus. Beautiful day. Really, really beautiful day. Real Life of Louis says, how do you afford a Tesla? I lease my Tesla, Louis, so when I got mine, there were really major incentives. Like, I think I got like $10,000 off of the base Model 3. So, like, I got basically the most inexpensive Tesla model you can get, which is the rear-wheel drive Tesla Model 3. This is the 2024 Highland Refresh. And on top of that, I got $10K off because of the tax incentives, which are unfortunately, very unfortunately, no longer available. And so, honestly, the price point that this lease cost me would be less or the same of like a Honda Accord or a Toyota Corolla, like a 2024 Toyota Corolla. Like, so that's how. I just got a really, really good deal on this already base model of a car. So, yeah, we'll see what the next like car looks like for me. I really would like to get a Model Y, but of course it depends on the incentives going on, etc. Right? Strife Pulse, and you can justify it through the content you make. Exactly. I just mentioned this like a second ago, but when I made this channel, I was like, all right, can I cover the cost of full self-driving per month? Back then, I think it was like $49 when I first started this channel, $49 a month. Obviously, it's increased since then. And yeah, I just kept growing the channel, You know, all of you guys are really awesome. And what happened was I not only am now paying for FSD, but it's also covering the cost of my car payment, the entire car payment. And I have, you know, money on top of that. Like, it's pretty, like, I've never said this on the air, but if I can be a full-time content creator, I would be the happiest person ever. Like, if I can do this full-time, I would absolutely do it. I would 100% do it. It would be such a fun full-time job. And I know it's stressful. I know it's probably more work than a typical corporate job. But at the end of the day, it would be your business. You know, you get output. You get your output as much as input you put in there. So we're going about this roundabout here. We have a police officer here. City of Dublin Police. All right. It looks like we are approaching this stop. We have parking lot selected. Dan says, thanks for letting us ride with you. Have to get to work. Awesome. Thanks so much, Dan. I really appreciate you stopping in. I hope you have a good day at work. And I'll be streaming for the next little while, so feel free to stop in whenever. We're parking here. And we're going to go. It's automatically going to route us to the next spot here, so start self-driving. Let's see. Real Life of Louis says, oh wow, that's awesome, good for you, man. I have a 23 Corolla Hybrid LE, but seeing your videos make me want to get a Model 3. Yeah, that's awesome. You know, those Corollas are great. And you know, like you should check Tesla's website. Like, you know, there's always, well, I don't know if there's always deals going on, but you know, you can also explore used inventory. There's a lot of good options for used inventory. So you don't have to, a lot of people think like Teslas are super expensive and all that stuff. And they are. I mean, the Model Ys are premium, like they're premium cars. The Model 3 long range is also like on the verge of being a premium car, but I got the base car. So, and then on top of that, I got the tax incentive. So yeah, you know, you should always explore it. And you know, see what's out there, monitor the prices and all that stuff. So, hey, Love Streaming, thanks so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I think that's like the first time I've seen somebody become a member live. So thank you so much for joining my community. And yeah, be on the lookout for members only content going forward. There's going to be a lot of perks, a lot of interesting things for members only. I'm going to figure out like a good mechanism to add as much value as I can for the members on the channel. So be on the lookout. And if you'd like to ever get in contact with me, definitely send me an email. It's contact@driveelectrictoday.com. It's contact@driveelectrictoday.com. So feel free to, you know, if you want to see certain videos or like requests, or if you want to just chat, definitely do that. So again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Strife Pulse. Instead of driving randomly, why not do a live DoorDash segment? That's a good question. If you guys would like to see a live DoorDash, I can do that. The problem is my setup. So what I mean is I'm using my phone as the hotspot. So I can't really use like my phone as a hotspot with this setup and do DoorDash, I don't think. Or maybe I could. It would be a little messy and a little complicated. But yeah, maybe I could like explore that. The man from Glad says many great used deals at Tesla's website. Yeah, I encourage everybody to look at used inventory. Like, you can find a really good car that is like in excellent condition. So you should definitely, I encourage everybody to explore that for sure. Chad says Tesla has 0% interest for 72 months right now. Wow. No kidding. That's pretty awesome to hear. Does that apply to certain like trims or certain cars, or is that like across the board? That's a great, that's a really good incentive if you want to finance up to 72 months. I mean, you know, everybody has their own preferences, but that's a pretty good deal to explore. Real Life of Louis says, I've been eyeing a 21 to 23 Model 3, but I've heard that only the Highland Model 3 will support fully autonomous FSD later, so I'm thinking wait a few years until it comes out. Yeah, so there's that you bring up a really, really solid point. There is certain hardware vehicle, like certain years that would only support the latest technology. So there's things called hardware 3 versus hardware 4. Now we're going to be starting to talk about hardware 5 very soon. So there is that component. Like these cars are kind of like iPhones. At a certain point, you stop getting like the latest and the greatest updates. So you bring up a good point. Definitely look into like the newer ones, 2022, 2023, 4, 5, 6. What's my dog doing back there? Oh, he's making a bed. So yeah, there's a Cybertruck right up there on the left-hand side, if you could see that. That's the third one I saw today. Is that a sign? I don't know. Maybe it's a sign. But yeah. Chad says, I was looking at a Model Y and it was 0% interest. How does your cost of insurance compare with vehicles you've owned previously? Yeah, good question. I use Tesla insurance. Tesla insurance is not available in every state, but it is available in mine. There's a Cybertruck here on the left. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. But the insurance cost for me is really, really good, comparatively speaking to, you know, previous plans that I've had. I don't know. I think like I've had maybe on average, my average payment, and I use FSD 96% of the time, by the way. So with Tesla insurance, there is that component of how safe there's a safety score. Basically, my safety score is outrageously good, like very, very, very safe. So I think like on average, it's like $70 to $90 per month using Tesla insurance. So yeah, great deal. Really, really good deal. Time to add a Cybertruck to your fleet. I wish, Real Life of Louis. It is something I want to do one day. Like, if I can afford it, if I can have the space for it, I will do it one day. DD Giant says, love the videos. I recently bought my first Tesla 2021 Model Y. Dual motor, long range with lifetime FSD. Fun car, and FSD is cool. Just wish it was the AMD model instead of Intel. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on the 2021 Model Y. Dual motor, long range. That's an amazing car. Yeah, I mean, like to your point, it's hardware 3, but you know, it's fine. Like, the fact is, I don't know if it's your first Tesla, but you know, you got yourself in a Tesla, and you can explore their ecosystem. You can learn the user experience, how good the user experience is, and if it makes sense for you to make to get another one. So, congratulations. That's awesome. Man from Gold says, hardware 3 cars will never run unsupervised FSD. Those who bought the FSD license with hardware 3 cars can run 14.x Lite, but it will always be supervised. Yes, 100%. You know, and that's why I say these things are like iPhones. You know, at a certain point, they stop getting the newest software updates because the hardware can't support it. So your experience is really limited to the hardware. Software will always get better. Ever. Like it's continuous, right? But if your hardware can't support the newest software, you're kind of out of luck, and that's what a lot of hardware 3 people are experiencing right now with version 14. So while I am on 14.2.2.5 in a hardware 4 car, somebody in a hardware 3 is, I don't think Lite is even out yet. You know, the Lite version of 14, I don't think they deployed that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's like future plans. But yeah, that's definitely something to consider. So we're making a right turn here. I brought this up in my previous video, but there's this lead car phenomena, or lead car theory, let's call it, where FSD does something just because the car in front of it did it. And it could be the wrong thing. Like the car in front of me, for example, not in this contest, because there's no signs that says I can't turn on red, so it's going to turn on red. So it's fine. It did the right thing there. But a lot of times, the car in front of it will turn right on red with a no turn on red sign, and it'll just follow its lead. So there's this lead car phenomena, or lead car theory, where it just does the wrong thing because the car in front of it did it. Now, on the flip side, sometimes it does the right thing. Sometimes it's the situation FSD finds it is challenging, and their car in front of it, driving like a human, right? Not a robot, but a human, it figures out the obstacle course, or it figures out like a certain situation, or like, you know, there's dozens and dozens of things that you can come up with, but it's two sides to the sword there, right? Good and bad with the lead car theory. So let's see. Great iPhone analogy. It's spot on. My Model Y performance is apparently coming with hardware 4.5. Okay, that hardware 4.5 thing, I researched it, and I did somewhat of a deep dive on it, and my conclusion is unknown. What I mean is, like, yes, they shipped out cars, like, so Tesla shipped out cars with stickers that read something like hardware 4.5, and that went viral online. People were thinking that it's a new, like, new hardware, basically. It's different from the hardware for cars today. Like, something is different because the marketing on the stickers under the hood or on the underbelly, wherever those stickers were, it read hardware 4.5, went viral. Then the Tesla team was like, no, actually it's the same thing. We just like changed something else outside of the hardware. It's the wrong term, or like it just, something wasn't right about it. So it's inconclusive to me at this point, to be honest with you, if it's actually like new hardware, if there are new components to the car. Is there something indeed that is different? I don't know. I kind of wanted to make a video on that topic. I might still do that, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, that whole 4.5 thing was wild. It went viral, and then Tesla was like, no, I think we were just kidding. Chad says, what is your guess as to how long it will be before FSD is unsupervised? That is the magic question, my friend. That is the magic question. Realistically, I think it will, like, consumers like me, you, regular civilians, you know, I think we might see it in 18 months. So let's say the middle of 2027. I think that's my projection. I don't know. Might be totally off. Sorry about that, guys. I think the stream disconnected, but I think we should be back. Let me know. Let me know in the chat here if we're back. I don't know why it disconnected all of a sudden. I apologize about that, but hopefully it reconnected. If somebody could just let me know in the chat that we're back online, that would be awesome. I apologize about that. I don't know why it disconnected, but hopefully we are back. Yes, you're coming through. Awesome. Thank you so much, liveStreaming. Appreciate that. All right, let me change the course of direction here. Let me tell Grok. End this current route and then navigate to Powell.
Route canceled. Navigating to Powell, Ohio, about 3 miles away.
All right, so now we're heading over to the Powell area.
Yeah, route set to Powell, about 5 miles.
All right, let me get caught up here. Man from Gold says, do deep dive. Hardware 4.5 is real. People have done teardowns to confirm hardware 4.5 cars. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So I guess, so is it actually real? That's fascinating. Let's pay attention here. It's making a U-turn here. It went a little over the line there because it was a very tight turn, but ultimately it did it there, so that's great. So that's cool to see. Yeah, I'll have to like reanalyze and do another deep dive on hardware 4.5. I would love to do another like deep dive video on this. Honestly, that would be fun for me. Let's see. You're correct. I look forward to see how Tesla handles hardware 3 upgrades outright. They have a legacy due to honor them as founders. Yeah, for sure. Those are the OGs of FSD. Those hardware, their original hardware 3. Barbara says, I live in UK and I can't use it. Yeah, unfortunately, it's definitely still being regulated there. Hopefully, we'll, start to see expansion of it. Lukeman269, yo. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Really appreciate all the people hopping into the live stream here. Lukeman says using hardware 3 on 12.6.4 works pretty good. Awesome. That's awesome. So is that what the latest and greatest is for hardware 3? Is it 12.6.4? And I think like that build, whatever the latest is for hardware 3, I've heard general consensus from hardware 3 owners that it's good. It's good. It's probably not as polished as version 14 on hardware 4, and it's probably also not as end-to-end focused, meaning leave a parking spot to when you get to a parking spot. That's what FSD v14 provides us hardware 4 people. But I think the general consensus from hardware 3 has been good. It's been good for you guys, which is great. Lukeman says, yeah, 12.6.4 is the latest. By the way, quick question. When the live stream, does it bring the same video, or do you have to go find the new live stream after it disconnects and then it tells me that it's reconnecting, but it's the same video for you guys? Just curious, do you have to find a new link, or is it just you wait and you don't do anything and then it comes back on its own? But yeah, anyways, it's better than the light. Display, let's go to dark. Same stream works. Okay, that's good. We'll see. Let's see. Video is in and out, but it's just have to wait, and it comes back on its own. Okay, awesome. Yeah, I appreciate your patience with the connectivity, guys. I have to figure out a better way, maybe to get connectivity, and see how much that's gonna cost for maybe Starlink or something like that. I don't know. I'll look into it. But for this stream though, I really appreciate everybody's patience. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Let's see. It gets choppy for me, but I follow you, so I just and pick up the stream again. Okay, nice, awesome. Thanks, Chad. Thanks, D Giant. Really appreciate it. Love Streaming says, as far as I know, FSD is supposed to be tested or certified in the Netherlands this February. I haven't heard any updates yet, but if all goes well, hopefully it'll be approved across Europe soon. Wow. Yeah, I think I read that too, and that would be incredible. That would be really, really incredible to see FSD expand in Europe. I know they're doing the way they're going about it right now because of regulatory issues. They're doing demo drives of full self-driving in Europe. So full self-driving is running in Europe, but it's not running at scale. In other words, it's it's demo drive only. You have to go and schedule a drive with, I assume, either a Tesla employee in the car, or maybe you just you do, or you rent it for like 20, 30 minutes or whatever. Not sure the logistics, but yeah, it's just demo drives only. So technically, the technology is running in Europe, but not at scale. So, but yeah, I love streaming. That's a really good call out. Modern technology, I thought it was to be perfect by now. Yeah, it's definitely like, if you asked me 12 months ago, will FSD be this good? The beginning of 2026, I would say no. Honestly, I would just say no. Man from Gold, in my opinion, FSD being so good since 14.2.2.x can handle the challenges of Europe and the world. I mean, I agree. Like, full self-driving, it's probably not good, to be honest. I should be more... I'm alert, but like, I've gotten so... that... crazy, actually. It's quite crazy. Love Streaming says, that's right, we have demo drive 2, but it is not official certification yet. God. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's like, it's sort of controlled in that manner, but it is still cool that they're accumulating miles, because the data is the data. The machine learning models, they don't care about regulatory policies or anything. It's just pure data that they're still able to like build upon in Europe. So I thought that was an interesting sort of workaround that they were able to come up with. So I got to go pick her up in a bit. So, but I'll be on for the next like maybe 5-10 minutes, just to give you a schedule and time check everybody, and just let you know what my plans are here with the stream. Really happy I went online though. I was gonna go do this without streaming. I was just gonna go like test out 14.2.2.5 on my own, and I was like, wait, why? She boy 23 says, wish FSD fixes always takes. We'll stay in the area. I've been using the turn signals to influence. That's in reference to want to like if I want to make sure it goes to like some other these signals, and then like kind of D Giant says, I know 14. What do you think? I feel like, at least in my area, it's very dependent on your area. It depends on like how good the signage is. I really don't mind it. I actually like it. I was afraid when I first learned that it would be removed in version 14. Like when I was sitting on 13.2.9 for a while, and then all of a sudden, what a beautiful day. It's 38 degrees outside. That is a good sign. Like back roads. I love these kind of like take in back. A while. Says, I also wish we could set the max speed on the profiles. Let's use confident lane change miles per hour. Yeah, for sure. And the customer experience went down, and still don't like it. So reintroduce it though, you know, because if they complained and they haven't yet so far, so bring it back. Thurman from Glad, the FSD software 2.x. Yeah. People ask me for them in with cars on the road. Yep. What a gorgeous day, though. And I'm really glad I went live. This is so much fun. All right, I'm gonna pull into here. I'm gonna go ahead and disengage. It's the first time I had to disengage, and not because of a safety concern, just because I need to pull into here. But anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream now. Today is going to be finishing up her robo-taxi, so that has commented and love streaming. A big shout out to you. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. That is incredible. I really appreciate you specifically. That's really incredible. And everybody else for commenting, the whole community tuning in and watching, and seemed like Man from Gold. I know it's in guard and very snowy and ice covered. Yeah. Using FSD in the snow is a wild time for me as well. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of the Saturday, and I'll catch you guys either in the next video or the next live stream. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks so much. As always, if you want to get in touch with me, my email is contact@driveelectrictoday.com. Feel free to send me an email. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.